until we were here, so we just got these ourselves.
Let's turn the, whoa, somebody's gonna get sick with this thing. Whoa.
There we go. Let's see, we are 2 minutes out.
All right, we're just waiting here. Rotate device back, orientate, whatever.
It's hard to see in the bright light.
Orientation is locked. So if somebody's watching this, I'm looking really stupid right now. I don't want that sound. All right. I think I'm already live.
Are we already live?
I don't know. Why is it doing that?
Is it low battery?
No. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back.
Thanks, partner.
This is like the worst. If this is live, this is the worst live stream ever.
Yeah, sure is. Our son went to Michigan Tech. So.
I think we are live.
I think we are.
Because we got 8 watching.
We got 8 watching some stupid video. That's horrible.
So what is that red thing there?
I don't know.
I think we are live.
All right,
Hello.
we're gonna assume we're live here at the Airstream Rally here in Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Yep, we got 8 watching, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get the chat here.
So we'll try and pull up the chat. So welcome, anybody who's watching. We're going to kind of check things out here. Let's go ahead and look first at how you guys are hopefully seeing this. We get a lot of questions about our Starlink. There's actually our dishy. It sits out here in this little alleyway.
Hi from PA, we're sideways.
What's that?
Someone said from Pennsylvania said we're sideways.
Yeah, are we?
Yeah? Yep, we're sideways.
Well, we're not professionals at this. Come on.
We're still sideways.
What you pay for?
Are we unsidewaysed? All right, well, this expensive thing here that... And so we have not yet figured out a way to put the router inside. So
Okay,
the router...
so why don't you turn this way, and you might not be sideways. Let's see. Okay, so it's got a 5-second delay.
Okay, so am I sideways now?
I don't know.
You guys are like, you know what? We thought Luv Subbin had a professional, really high, put together thing. It's all like...
Oh, here we are. We are not sideways anymore, I don't think.
Why don't you just turn your camera this way and we won't be sideways.
Yeah, but then I don't think I could. Okay.
Tell everybody to turn your TVs.
Okay, see, this is what we're seeing here. Because we're in a delay.
Here we go.
There we are. Come on. Why are we still sideways?
Turn the camera your sideways.
Okay, that did it.
You should be landscape, Rich.
Okay, that's it. And then we got orientation locked. But that's all right.
All right, we're not sideways. So, all right. This is like the worst live stream ever.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're here at Rock Springs again. That's where our router sits for our Starlink. For those of you that are wondering, it just sits there. The wind doesn't blow it over, and when
Okay, you gotta watch your screen here, because every time you move it, it's going sideways. So you're not sideways.
orientation is locked, rotate device.
This is the worst live stream ever. Okay. It's still sideways. This is so humiliating. Okay.
So those of us around you can vouch for the fact that I'm not sideways right here, right? It looks good here.
Okay, now you're not sideways.
All right, we'll stick with this.
Don't move your
If you started videoing, you stopped videoing and then turned your phone landscape and then restarted videoing. And maybe it's because you started at a certain.
Well, I think with these live streams, if you stop it, then you're done. It's done. It throws
ends
it
the
away.
whole thing. So yeah.
So we'll go with here. You can see what our view looks like outside here. It is
Tilt your head.
pretty nice. We got 1,200 Airstreams. Is there anyone who doesn't want to be on video?
That's the way you have to move the phone.
We've got a few folks here who are hanging out with us. A few Luv Subbers hanging out, which is pretty good. Seeing that the grapes and grains thing is. Who's going to the grapes and grains thing? Well, somebody's tilting your head when we're sideways. That's a good plan. That's a smart person. There's Cindy kind of reading the chat. So yeah, we had a few questions asked. One of them, the first one was, what would be my favorite beer ever in my favorite location? Did we talk about that one, C?
Yeah, you said Frenchman's Bay, Bar Harbor,
Yep.
Blueberry Ale.
Yeah, so mine was North Atlantic Brewing Company, Blueberry Ale, sitting there overlooking Frenchman's Bay with a pot of lobster steaming next to me.
That's a very good call.
That would be the greatest beer, I think, of all time, right, C?
I think so.
Anybody else have some good beer choices? Anyone good favorite beers?
That's the one I haven't had yet and the place I haven't been yet.
That's also good. Somebody asked me where we're going to next, and I said I have no idea, and they said they've been there before, which is a good thing to go to. So,
Some other
yeah.
questions that we had. Let's see. When did you meet?
So, yep,
Where and when?
yep. Where and when did we meet? So, yeah, our parents. We'll get Cindy and Scene here. Come on around this way. Yep. So our parents were both military on the same Army base,
Yep.
and they got transferred together
While we were in college.
while we were in college. And my mom and her mom were
We're best
friends, and my dad and her dad, I think, were golf partners. So we just kind of
Ended up together.
yeah, I had nothing to do on college breaks except hang out with the girl across the street. So that kind
Well,
of.
and it didn't hurt that my brother was a pilot.
And I wanted to hang out with her brother, the pilot. So, and she's always like, "Why are you hanging out with him?" But hey, 31 years later,
Yep.
that works. So
Yep.
31 years. That was 19. Yep.
Yay.
1991. And not only that, but 31 years of backing up an RV that's only 22 feet long, right? So,
Yep.
yeah, that's.
My blush is going
That's-
nuts here.
So let's see.
Oh, Zephyr Travels just showed up. There's Randy and Diane from the YouTube channel Zephyr Travels. They're here. The cool thing is, Wander Local. Most of you probably know Wander Local. They're also here, but there's a lot of other YouTube channels out there. So we're going to try and get something together here to get some of those YouTube channels together, because there's a couple of brand new ones that are just kind of starting up.
Yep.
And one of the things that Randy and Daniel and I always try and do, and everybody, is support the other channels, so that we don't see those as competition. We see those as other friends and stuff that we can do to do that.
So-
You guys have any questions out here? Any questions of anything of Luv Subbin? Like, the only thing we're not allowing anyone to ask is what I set my tire pressure at. Right? That's the only thing
Yep.
that we won't.
I brought a gauge.
Yeah, you can check it.
Yep. So another question that we were asked was, what caused us to buy an Airstream?
Okay, good one. What caused us to buy an Airstream? Well, we are what they call legacy Airstreamers. So Cindy's parents had a I think it was an 88 or 89,
Excella.
25-foot Excella that they Airstreamed in. They full-timed in for, I think, like 5 years
Tina.
at a slug. And hey, Tina, you're Tina Arsenault. We see you out there. Also, Wyoming Yeti, no Frenchman's Bay. Yes,
Yep.
used to have a place in Franklin, Maine. Yeah, so
And they originally purchased a vintage one for us.
yeah, so that's the actual story. Is that this is, even though we always say this is the first, last, and only Airstream we'll ever buy.
It's not technically the first.
Technically, it's not the first, because her parents came up and said, hey, they formed a relationship with the dealer that they knew, and the dealer said, I just got in a 1959 20-foot Globetrotter, I think, a 59 Globetrotter it was.
Yeah.
$6,000.
Right.
So we're like,
And that was affordable for us at the time.
yeah, so we're like, okay, we'll get that,
So
and
my dad picked it up and took it back to their house
started
and started renovating it for us.
And the guy had said it was in perfect, absolute condition. Well, It wasn't. The frame was rotted out.
Yep,
The floor was rotted
rotting.
out.
And so he said, okay, bring it back.
He said, yeah, the guy said, just bring it back, you know,
We'll
no
refund your
questions
money.
asked.
And, you know, bring your kids along and let them look around.
And why don't you, while you're returning the Airstream, why don't you look around the lot to see if there's anything you might like? So what turned into be a $6,000, I just wrote a check from the bank account to
Right, took a
financing this thing for 34. This actually was $34,000 back in 2002. So we
brand new.
drove off with a brand new.
So he actually made out with the deal.
Yeah, so that guy wasn't stupid when he said, "Why don't you guys go take a look at the lot there?" So
Came that close to buying a 19-foot Bambi, though.
yes, that was a thought too. But Cindy, if you've seen some of her cooking videos and you've seen our galley in this, she took one look at the galley and said, "Yep, this is it. No, don't want
Game
the
over.
25, don't want anything." And actually, this is only the second tow vehicle we've ever had in 21 years. Our first one lasted 18, and this is relatively new. This is only 2 or 3 years. Yeah, and with the bun issues. Remember the bun issues that she was having with
I
the.
still can't wear a blow bun.
So
So another question that we had was, how many hats did I bring on this trip? The number is 7. 7. So that includes a little blue beret fascinator that I made that I'm going to wear on closing ceremonies.
So how many shoes do you have?
Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. Not a lot though.
Right, I was gonna say. I bet your
I have
hats.
more hats than shoes.
Your hats outnumber the shoes, so that's how you can tell an Airstreamer. So
Let's see what else. How many miles do we drive in a day usually?
So I don't know if anyone would ever be interested in this, but I keep a spreadsheet. In fact, we had a newbie rally with the New England Airstream Club, and I showed them the spreadsheet that I used to document our trips, and every one of them wanted me to send their spreadsheet to them. So maybe I'll try and get it out there, but we document every single event all the time. And I think we're averaging this trip around 224 miles per tow.
Right.
Is what we're doing.
250 I think is a sweet spot for us.
Yeah, because we're lazy.
250 to 300.
I think our longest ever was 570 ever. And that was a long time ago. And that was, I think, we were going to Kentucky for a...
I think we went straight from Vermont to Kentucky.
something like that. It was way too
Something
long.
like that. Wow.
So,
Riches, what is your favorite meal that Cindy cooks in the Airstream?
ooh, it is certainly not the Vienna sausage and Funyuns that we cooked at that gas station that one time. That was pretty crazy. I think whenever you make those casseroles, they're just spectacular. Actually, you know what? The best meals that Cindy ever makes on the Airstream is when she just doesn't even know
I
what she's
don't
putting
even know what
together.
I'm
She's
doing.
just throwing stuff together, putting stuff in, and it comes out perfect. So,
Yeah, I do something at random and then I don't know what I did. So.
well, any other questions from here? Yes,
I do.
Lori.
So one of your more recent episodes, you talked about some of the upgrades that you did and the renovations you did. Do you have any plans for any new renovations or upgrades to your rig?
That's a
Very, very interesting. So, as of right now, there's really
nothing big.
nothing big. But so it's 21 years old. We are kind of saving up and doing the finances and thing for a big, like 25-year, like taking it to like not ultimate, maybe ultimate Airstreams.
Probably not ultimate. You said the other one.
I know, but they might be watching because they're here. And it's only because they're in Oregon I wouldn't do that. But yeah, if you want to come over
Silver
here. so-
Moose Restorations, right?
Yeah, it's probably like Silver Moose and doing the shell off because the floor is great. It feels great, but there's places under cabinets or under the shower that you don't know if the floor is great. So
And also there's still carpet left over from our first renovation.
yeah.
That was original to the thing and we want to just get rid of that. So
But one thing I'm thinking of biting the bullet on is the lithium battery thing. I've not.
Yes, do it.
We have one crappy
lead
acid battery. I think we did a video with you guys when we were camping with you
You're
about.
the battery guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a battery.
No, Ant-Man.
It drives me crazy. I want to help you get the lithium.
I think we're going to because Cindy is sick and tired. So
You're Ant-Man.
I was humiliated recently because I was at the so our tire monitor pressure screen craps out on me. It just goes to sleep. It doesn't stop sending. It just goes to sleep. So I call TST and the guy's like, well, do you have a repeater? And I'm like, I've never had a repeater on the thing. I've had it for 10 years. I've never had a repeater. It works just great. And he goes, you need a repeater. And I'm like, no, well, I didn't want one because it's got a little red light on it that shines all the time and that drains my battery when I'm boondocking. And the guy's like, dude, that's 0.6 of a milliamp of power that thing's drawing. Don't worry about it. So, yeah.
Every
So,
little bit counts.
what's that?
Every little bit counts.
That's what I say. And she gets sick of.
Oh yeah, he's always on me for leaving lights on and all that. So
I think a lithium battery might be in our future.
Yep.
And some solar up top too.
Well, we
I'm not going to buy on because I still think in the Northeast with all the trees.
Yeah,
That's a tough
we
one.
like the solar suitcase.
Yeah,
so-
you guys are from Michigan, right?
Yep,
From
yep.
near the.
Yep.
So yeah, we're still got a good crew here hanging out with the
We
sub.
have a great crowd.
Um,
Someone on the chat asked me how long I've been doing yoga, and I've been doing yoga for quite a long time.
yep.
I can't remember basically when I started. So basically on this trip a little bit, I have fallen off.
You've fallen off the yoga
yeah,
wagon
the
this trip.
yoga wagon this trip, but yeah, I've been doing it for probably.
Have you been doing it here?
I haven't been doing it here just because with all the stuff we brought, I didn't bring my yoga mat this time around. So
We brought our washing machine though.
it's the
Our
washing
washing machine is in the trucks, and we just did wash yesterday.
Yes,
So
yes. So I
Um,
sort of fell off the yoga wagon for this trip, but I've been doing yoga for probably, I don't know, what, 10 years more? Probably 10 years. I remember doing it in 2014. So
yep. Somebody said glad to see it. We made it. Campfire. Oh, Campfire Rob. Yep. Campfire Rob said we're glad to see we made it to Wyoming. It was just over 4,000 miles it took us from Vermont to circuitously get to
yes.
Wyoming.
See what else
So.
we have. So someone asked what our favorite camping destination was, other than Disney World.
Favorite campground?
Yeah.
Who's got a favorite campground here? Anybody? Favorite? Yes.
Let's Bay Acadia in Maine.
Ah, yes. Acadia is very nice.
I was even going to go Narrows 2 in Acadia.
Narrows 2
it's
is
actually in
far?
Trenton. Have you been to Narrows 2? That's where you can sit right there. That's literally where, when I was talking about my favorite beer, you can walk right into the water and
Yep.
scoop up seawater, and you can
And
steam
you
the
can
lobsters
watch
in
the
seawater.
tide
versus
go in
just-
and out.
Yeah, the tide go in and out. It is just.
Yeah, that's a
It
fabulous
is just
place.
spectacular. Man, I need to work my arms out a little bit more. This is a stupid iPhone, and I'm like, I'm playing it off like I'm trying to switch views and get everybody, but my arm's just getting sore. I guess I'm not a good live streamer.
All right, so someone else asked if we've ever taken a trip to Michigan.
Okay, so we're like the worst Michigan people ever because Michigan, I've heard, is completely awesome.
Right. And
We are going there this trip.
Yes.
The only thing we've done is spent 3 days in Sault Ste. Marie because I wanted to see the ships go through the locks.
That was a factor of us extending out in
Yes.
different destinations before that. So finally ended up running out of time by the time we hit Michigan.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So is anybody staying after the rally here for a few days? Stay and play? Yep, we're here till the 6th, I think, for the stay and play. So just for that.
Yep. So
Yeah.
How many international rallies have you been to?
Good question. So the question is, how many international rallies have we been to? So we went to the 2003. The first one after we bought this was
That
in
was our
Burlington,
first one.
in Burlington, Vermont. And back then you only got 3 amp service. So they only plugged you in just enough to keep your batteries charged. You had not like this where we have full hookups.
and opening ceremony started on Saturday morning.
Yeah, and so I remember the story. We were all excited. We were like,
We were
this is
still
going to be
working at
great.
the time.
We just bought the Airstream. There's going to be Airstreams all over Vermont. This is going to be completely awesome. And everybody had been there for like a week or so beforehand. So, of course, we worked. So we got up at 7 in the morning to get up into the bullpen. And
They
opening
can't park-
ceremonies
and
were
they can't
going on.
park
And they
us.
wouldn't park us. They left us there. I'm like, what kind of rally has opening ceremonies on Saturday?
At 9 o'clock.
When the thing starts on Saturday. So things have changed a lot since
Yes.
2003
Yes.
for the good. So we worked for 25 years or whatever. Couldn't go to any of them because they were always out in South Dakota, it seemed.
So Sue W says hi from New Jersey. Where
Cool.
will you be traveling after the rally?
Okay, we'll hit that one. But anyway, we went to Doswell, Lebanon, Freiburg, and this one. So
Yeah.
there's 5 total, the last 4, because you guys probably know it. I got to show somebody maybe watching this. Let me switch. Oh yeah, you know you've arrived when you get your own golf cart at an international rally. So Cindy and I are the exhibitor chairs. So all that
2 others
with 2 others, with Dennis and Pam
next door.
next door to us there are the exhibitor people. So hopefully you guys are spending a lot of money in the exhibitor hall
Yep.
so that they come back next year. That's why I might get a lithium battery. I also might get a dash cam.
We were very tempted about the dash cam.
Did you just buy one? We're tempted by that one because,
Our GoPro is not that great, and it's hard to turn around.
and we got some very good constructive criticism from someone that said on our driving in video. Did anybody watch our?
Driving
You
in
don't have to
video.
raise your hand to embarrass you if you didn't watch it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
We just weren't home. We were on our way here. So.
Right. So we got a couple comments that said the
Audio was not as good
audio
as it could
sucked
have
on that, and it was our GoPro,
been. Yeah,
and it did suck.
yeah,
but
probably.
we might get a dash cam that
Yeah, we
does
might.
videotape it. So let's see. Sue W. Hi from New Jersey. Where else will you be traveling after the rally? So we don't know. The plan. So we will be in Utah. The folks from Equalizer Hitch have invited us to their factory to do a
Factory tour.
tour and a video of Equalizer hitches. So
Yep.
we'll do that.
Yep.
And that's in Provo, Utah.
And from
So
there
we'll-
we'll head north.
And the plan is to kind of do the northern route because we took the Route 66 route coming down here. So from next week's video, which we'll have time to edit, so that we
No,
don't
the
be
next
doing
video is going to be St. Louis.
right.
Yeah.
That's the start of our Route 66 trip.
Yep.
So we've done a couple of different places on Route 66. We got fudge at Uranus,
Yep.
which is
No, we
Oh,
did
weird.
get fudge at Uranus.
yeah. There's a place called Uranus on Route 66.
Actually, was it I-40 now? That's
I think it's I-40.
that's
So
Route 66.
so yeah. So then we'll be doing the northern route. We'll be doing the Badlands,
Devil's Tower.
Tower.
You got a boondock outside Badlands.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we need the battery, the lithium
Yeah,
battery,
that's
so that we
exactly
can.
Why.
That's what we're thinking.
Mount
So
Rushmore,
Gotta make it happen.
and then we'll head east a little bit. We don't have to be.
we
back.
are going to go to Michigan because we want to hit up Palooza. Anybody going to Palooza here this year? We're thinking of going to Palooza, which is in Jackson Center. That's the thing that the factory puts
And I
on.
think we're trying to hit the Hershey.
And we will be at the Hershey RV show.
Yes.
So with a fellow, I know we're going with at least one other content creator. The Right Life is going to be there. If you don't watch The Right Life,
We might be there too.
and
Okay,
okay,
that'd be
Randy
great.
and Diane from Zephyr Travels. But if you guys haven't watched the Zephyr Travels and The Right Life, make sure you check those
Yep,
guys out
they're
there.
great channels as well.
Awesome channels.
Let's see, we had one last question on this one. Was what year was our Airstream date?
Yep. So this is a 2002 22-foot International AS. It was it was the first internationals to come out, and they had I think when I post that I have an AS, International AS, everybody just assumes.
It
Well,
means
yeah, I
Airstream.
know it, and it kind of does.
It does.
When this model came out, they put the 22s side by side with the CCDs, and the CCD was the first one with all that aluminum inside, the lucite, it had a desk like an office. I remember sitting there saying, "Why on earth would you put a desk in an office? Who the heck would work out of an Airstream?"
Why would they work out of an Airstream? Except I had these visions of these things running to construction sites.
Right, so that's all we could think
You know,
of.
when,
It
you
must-
have your architect or whatever who has the plans for the building.
But the
spreading them out there.
CCD with the aluminum interiors, the loose, all that took off like crazy, and those design features are found in every Airstream today.
Yes.
Ours lasted 2 years.
Ours is a hybrid, so ours has mouse fur in some spots, but aluminum in some spots. So they were just seeing what one people bought. I didn't buy the CCD because the fridge was about that high off the ground, and you had to bend over and get into the fridge. It was under the counter, and I just didn't like the kitchen layout as much.
So, hey.
Oh, we got some new
Hey,
people.
some other YouTubers there.
Hello.
Wander Local, and which is Daniel Lauren and
Baby Dash.
Sleepy baby
so
dash.
so Clyde, are you serious about having a washing machine? Well, all right, Clyde.
Okay.
There is the Cuppet washing machine as stored in the Airstream. So yeah, that's
And there's a whole video on it.
there's a whole video on it. So if you want to see how it works,
Laundry yesterday.
we did laundry yesterday, which was actually in these winds. I think the laundry dried in what, like 4 to
Probably
5
about
minutes.
45 minutes to a half an hour, and the sun has also helped as well.
Yeah, somebody said watch his washing machine video. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time I think in history somebody has ever said watch a washing machine video. Those words just don't ever come together. But yeah,
They're gonna have to wait for the one that we did at the laundromat. That's
Yes.
gonna be comic.
we were at a laundromat in Kansas somewhere, and they had these steam machines. You remember those? It has like this
It was one
white
of those
bed.
large press machines
and
that
these things
thing
come
comes
down.
over the ironing board.
Cindy was nearly killed.
Yes, I was
Oh.
nearly killed because he didn't tell me how to use it.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It wasn't pretty, and I think the whole laundromat was laughing at me.
Yeah. So, any other? You guys have any other questions while we're running through here?
Let's see.
Doing
Watch
good.
his, yep, the last one was watch his.
All right, so we're catching up here.
Yep.
As you can see here, again, once just for the show, the beautiful, we're flying, let's see, as a vexologist, the Canadian flag, of course, the Bennington 76 flag, and the flag of, anybody? Green flag, anybody got that one? That is not the Vermont state flag, but is the
Wish it
flag.
was.
It should be. It's the flag of the Green Mountain Boys. Ethan Allen, when he took Fort Ticonderoga in the Battle of Bennington, so.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Did you want to show them the ridge in the background because we have some interesting mountains
Yep.
behind us?
Yep. Interesting, man. We'll just go back one more time just because I know it's of great interest. There is our,
So we can see this right side up.
there. Yeah, now this is right side up, not sideways. There's our Starlink setup. A whole row of Airstreams. We have 1,200 of them here. Here's our services port. And the other, Lori, the other upgrade we're going to be doing here shortly is finding a way to plug our Starlink in. Is there a question in the audience?
Yes.
Question I have to know. You guys strategically do everything with your Airstream. So tell me, how did you pick your big red number? 1062.
It actually means absolutely nothing.
Yeah. So.
That
So
was the year Rick was born.
No. No.
so actually there was Cindy's parents. We just talked about how they were Airstreamers. Their number was 1115, and so we asked for 1114 or 1116. Both were taken, so we said, I don't want to put 5 numbers on. Just give me the lowest number you got.
And that was it.
Sorry, Lauren. That's I hope I was. It could be like some thing. We have a lot of people who have no. Does anybody have a special big red number?
Yep.
Ready?
I got my parents' number.
Okay.
Parents' number.
awesome.
That's cool. Anyone else have? I hear a lot of people have like their anniversary. So if you see something like 10992 or something like that,
I think I
an
talked to
anniversary.
someone who put their retirement date on it.
Retirement date. That's a
That
good
was
one.
a good one.
So yeah, the big red numbers. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yep, that's a good question.
One of the things I always like seeing is dogs with badges. I bet Dash has a badge somewhere, but
Yeah.
he's got one somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome.
So we got about 2 more minutes before we wrap this up. Any other
Questions?
questions? Like I say, we're after this, we're going to the grapes and grains mega tasting.
Yes.
Which this is a lot. This is the new Airstream Club. The old Airstream Club wouldn't have had.
Yeah, I remember getting yelled at walking
got-
back with a beer that we got poured from Bob Wheeler.
Yeah, the CEO of Airstream. Whoops! Oh no! What happened?
Okay.
I hate these touchscreens. The CEO of Airstream poured us a beer from a Bambi bar.
Yep. And we were walking back with it.
And I don't know how many people said,
You can't do
"Excuse-
that."
Please, we'd like to don't walk around with a beer.
He's like, what? That was back in 2003. So,
Great. The
yeah.
club has changed.
Yeah,
So
tons
now
of
we've got
changed.
what, 400, what is it, 400 and something people tasting beers from all over the place?
Yep, and we have an awesome Bambi Bar out
Yep.
in the food court.
Yep. And
selling-
what's one of my pet peeves? People who say that, well, a Zip the awning's only a sun shield. You can't put it out in the wind.
Oh, we got it out.
Yeah, even my flag is kind of
It's been
blowing
very
there.
windy here.
Your old
But
school awning, I think, is a
the
little
Zipty's doing fine.
Yeah, you think so?
Well, we're going to put it in before we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
we're-
we're not going to leave
we're
it out.
underneath it.
So, but yeah, we're underneath it, so we feel pretty safe.
And actually, as far as upgrades go, for those of you, our air conditioner, original to 2021,
Yep.
water heater, original to 2002.
Our refrigerator, original. Mine is perhaps the door.
The door. The door has destroyed itself. And
Yes, we're having to.
yeah.
Have-
And thankfully, Dometic, that's one, gave them a call and said, can you have a door drop shipped to the rally? And so
Yep.
it might be in today. So
Yeah, we're keeping our
we
fingers
might be
crossed.
doing a door. And that's it. Yeah, fixing things in beautiful. Oh,
Fixing things in beautiful.
fixing things in
places.
beautiful
Yeah.
places. You
Yeah.
know it. That's the best dressed man on the campus right
Yeah,
now. So,
absolutely.
but yeah. So, what's that?
Have you trademarked that? You should.
You can't because I stole it from the boating community. And the boat, because we have friends of ours who have a boat,
Yep.
and that was the first thing that. You stole that.
It's boating, like fixing things in beautiful
Sailing,
places.
fixing things in beautiful
Okay, yeah.
places. I stole that. And we're thinking of our Cindy's
Choose Our View. It's
Choose Your View. We kind of like that one from our merch. You know, you don't like where you're going, you have an RV,
Yeah, you can choose
your view. Change your view. You don't
Change-
like your neighbor, you don't like, you buy a summer home and somebody builds a gas station next to you, you're kind of hosed, you
Yeah.
know? So, yeah, so it's 30 minutes, last chance for any questions. We said we were going
Yep.
to stop it
Oh,
here.
we got one more, I think.
Oh, we do. Had a friend take a picture with you two. You two are just, well, nicest couple. Well, yeah, we would agree with that. We're pretty
That was
nice.
a very nice compliment. Thank you.
Fantastic fan covers have you replaced this year?
Oh my goodness. Well,
Who asked that question back there? And you know what? The Fantastic Fan that we replaced last time was in wind right about like less than this right now.
It's open right now.
Yeah, we're gonna close it. Yeah.
yeah, but
Here's what's
however-
interesting.
However,
Somebody has said that the quality is not like it used to. That front Fantastic Fan is original to 2002. I've replaced 3 or 4 of the back ones.
but
And-
the last one you actually MacGyvered and
Yes, I actually took some steel and actually reinforced it to the point that it's not. In fact, I ran out of time, but I was going to mount it on the truck backwards and then drive the truck at like 30, 40 miles an hour just to make sure, but I ran out of time.
So this is the second one that broke.
Yes, could do all that. So.
Yep.
All right, so if there's no more questions, we said 30 minutes. We're at 30 minutes, so we're going to go
Yep.
ahead and end this live stream. Hey, thanks very much for
watching.
tolerating our
Our
stupid beginning. We're
our
going to have to get on and
ineptness.
delete that real quick before the grapes and grains.
Yeah.
And go ahead and sign off here if I can figure out how to do that. Thanks for taking a live stream as a normal every Tuesday, because we
Thanks.
don't do live streams too often. And thanks for everybody who
Came and
came to all of our Luv Subbers who came by to say hello for our live stream.
yay.
We'll hopefully have another chance to get together,
Yep. That would be fun.
and we'll see you next Tuesday
Yep.
for another episode of Luv Subbin. See you then.
Thanks for watching.